Hey guys, Bradley here with Everyday Outdoors, and today's video is going to be something a little bit different from anything I've ever done before. I probably won't do anything like this again because it's pretty different from what I usually do. But I just thought it was a cool project that I started and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I set out to make the very first blueberry wood duck call. Now the whole thing wasn't going to be made out of wood. It was just going to be like the air chamber part. So I found a big piece that I really liked and I took it over to my grandpa's because he's got a whole wood shop and a wood lathe and all that. So I went over there, took a couple of days, and I made the very first, what I think is the very first, blueberry wood chamber duck call. Hope you guys enjoy. Today is October the 23rd. Here with Everyday Outdoors, and today hey guys, today is day one of this duck call making process. So I'm just trying to replicate this piece of this double reed duck call with blueberry wood. Alright, so step one here, the first thing I was doing was just cutting out the smaller piece off the main piece I was using. Just getting the piece that I wanted and the length that I wanted, made sure it was long enough to have plenty of room to make the piece. Now the next step here was to drill it out, and because the lathe I was using didn't have the ability to drill out the piece, we had to do it first. And I think this is a 3/4 inch drill bit we were using, I think. Alright, next step here, Papaw's just getting it set up on the lathe and he kind of shows me around it. I've used it before, but he was just getting it all set up, and then after he got it set up, I jumped on there and got it all turned down. It took maybe an hour or so and a lot of measuring because I wanted it to look almost identical to the piece that was already on it. But after a while I got it down to the basic shape, sanded it, and yeah, it actually turned out pretty well. I got it a little bit thin in parts, really thin actually. But yeah. Alright, now the final step was to take the Dremel and to widen up the hole. The drill bit was too small, but I didn't have one that fit the guts of the duck call I was using exactly, so I had to use the Dremel to widen it up, and it doesn't fit perfectly, but it's pretty much there. And then next up, I'm testing it out and comparing it to the acrylic air chamber that comes with it. Alright, now against the acrylic chamber that comes with it. Now the final step in the process was to put a coating on it. Not exactly sure what this one was, but I ended up putting 2 coats on it, and it really made it look fantastic. Overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really great. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use it because I want it to last a long time, and because the wood was so wet, I'm scared it'll crack. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Alright, here is the finished product. I've got a different insert in it from the one I actually made it for. This thing isn't perfect. I got the wood way too thin in parts, and the wood was way too wet to begin with. But I just thought it'd be cool, wanted to try it, and it actually was a very pretty wood grain. And it does work. I've tested it. It definitely has a noticeable sound difference, so I had fun making it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the making of it. Alright, Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed Everyday Outdoors. Until next time, God bless.